Man, back with another video. I'm sorry there was no video on Monday or Tuesday. I was feeling kind of under the weather, and my voice was really nasally. I feel kind of sick today, but I think I can work. I think it will be okay. But yeah, the presidential election of 1800 lasted from October 31st, 1800 to December 3rd, 1800. It was the last presidential election of the 18th century and the first to take place in the 1800s. It was also the first election after the death of George Washington, who died in December of 1799. There were no changes to the Electoral College since 1796, as there were still 138 electors, and the required minimum number of votes needed to win was 70. This election saw a dramatic decrease in the candidates. But the Federalist candidates were President John Adams of Massachusetts, former Minister to South Carolina Charles Pinckney of South Carolina, and Governor of New York John Jay. The Democratic-Republican candidates were Vice President Thomas Jefferson of Virginia and former U.S. Senator Aaron Burr of New York. As in the last election, attacks were thrown at the candidates by supporters of the opposition. Once again, Adams was attacked for being too pro-British and Jefferson for his pro-French beliefs. However, now that the quasi-war and undeclared naval war between the United States and France had happened, both the Federalists and Democratic Republicans would use this for their attacks. For example, the Federalists were attacked as warmongers for their support for the war, as well as anti-Republican aristocrats for Adams' unpopular Alien and Sedition Acts, which restricted immigration and made it illegal to speak out against the government. Meanwhile, Federalists portrayed the pro-France Democratic Republicans as radicals due to the French Revolution. Both sides used the XYZ affair, in which French ambassadors requested a bribe before they would talk to the Americans. Federalists said that this showed that the Democratic Republicans were anti-American, while the Democratic Republicans called the Federalists hawkish warmongers for letting this start the war. The results. This was an election for firsts. The unpopular John Adams became the first president in United States history to lose re-election. Adams won only 65 electoral votes, coming from Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Maryland, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Delaware. As for the other Federalists, Charles Pinckney won 64 electoral votes, winning the same states as Adams, with one elector in Rhode Island voting for John Jay instead of him. Adams was the only Federalist candidate to win popular votes. He won 25,952 of them, or 38.6% of the totals. Thomas Jefferson and Aaron Burr both won 73 electoral votes, coming from Virginia, New York, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, South Carolina, Maryland, Georgia, Kentucky, and Tennessee. As for the popular vote, Jefferson won 41,330 popular votes, or 61.4% of the total. However, the president is not chosen by the popular vote, but the electoral vote, and this posed a problem. Both Jefferson and Burr had won 73 electoral votes, and as such, the election ended in a deadlock. The Constitution states that when an election ends in a stalemate, the House of Representatives decides the election, and they did just that. In February of 1801, 1 month before Inauguration Day, the House met to choose whether Jefferson or Burr would be president. Ironically, at the time, the Federalists held a majority in the House. As the Federalists disliked Jefferson, most voted for Burr. All Democratic Republicans in the House voted for Jefferson. However, Jefferson's arch-rival, Alexander Hamilton, wrote a letter urging Burr-supporting Federalists to switch their votes and support Jefferson, reasoning that Jefferson was not as dangerous as Burr. As a result, Thomas Jefferson won, with Burr becoming the vice president, and they were inaugurated on March 4th, 1801. This chaos, however, was another factor that led to the passing of the 12th Amendment of the Constitution, which I will discuss in my next video, which is 1804. Alright, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found this to be informative. Check out the Discord server if you haven't. Link is in the description. And yeah, see ya.